Hi guys, today we are installing the hardware on our cabinets on the kitchen island. In case you didn't know, we've actually been converting a barn into a house for the past year or so, and this used to be a horse ranch, so we fell in love with this huge barn and we decided to make it our home, and we're doing it all ourselves. We've already done a lot of things inside the house, and we do plan on sharing all of that with you guys really soon, so stay tuned because we are going to be posting a lot more videos on our conversion. So this is the hardware that we used on our cabinets. There is a minimum that you have to buy when you order them. So I have a ton of extra ones that are this size, but it's okay because I'm going to use them on other projects and other furniture pieces that I build later. But we originally were going to do all of this size on our cabinets, but then Garrett had the idea to get a bigger size because he thought that since we had a lot of longer, skinnier drawers that it would look better. So we forked over a little bit more cash and we got all of the big sized hardware for the cabinets, and then we just used one of these for the dish soap cabinet, which I'll insert a clip of right here. And I think it was a really good choice because it looks really nice. This hardware was really inexpensive compared to the hardware that you'd get at Lowe's or Home Depot, or if you special ordered them somewhere online. So I'll make sure to link them down below. Now, we have been using our kitchen for over a year now with this hardware on one side. We just hadn't finished the island yet. And I will say that these hold up really well. I don't have any tarnished hardware yet. And I've even found one where we had spilt like tomato sauce on it, and it had dried up on the inside of it, and I just didn't catch it. Well, I caught it the other day, and I was like, it's been several months since we've had anything with tomato sauce, and it didn't tarnish it at all, which is really impressive because there's a lot of acid in tomato sauce. So I'm really happy with the quality. They are really heavy duty. The screws that they came with are plenty long to go through the cabinets, which is nice. I've heard from other hardware reviews on other companies that the screws weren't long enough, but these were plenty long enough. And yeah, I like them a whole lot. So that's what we use. And again, I'm posting that link down below in case you guys want to try out this hardware for yourself. Also, I did get this hardware guide from Ikea because I got all of our cabinets at Ikea. And I don't know how it got so warped, so it's been a little bit difficult to use. I think it got left out in the sun somewhere by a window for a long period of time, but Garett's still been using it. But I will say that these holes were a little off on these hardware pieces, so I think the spacing on the hardware pieces were a little different from Ikea's hardware, but it still worked, right?
Yeah, I had the zero mark was off, so I had to use two different numbers to make it line up. It's super weird. So I had to find a 0 point and then two ones that matched up.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, so I see. So what he did was because this is normally a zero margin ruler, but because our measurements were off on the hardware, he had to make a new zero margin, and then he was still able to use their holes. That's pretty cool. So here Garett is just finding the center point of the cabinet, and then he's also marking how far down the handle needs to go. Now he'll just put the zero margin on this ruler over the marks that he made, and use the existing holes to mark where the screws will go. A quick tip that we want to share is that if you accidentally drill a hole too low or too high, you can patch it up. There's a wood putty that you can get at the hardware store, and you just jam that in there. And then what I do so that I don't have to do really any sanding at all is I take like a credit card or an old gift card, and I'll scrape it off as tightly as possible, and that'll give me a nice smooth surface. And then I just get a little sample of my cabinet color paint matched at Lowe's, and then I just paint it over very lightly, and you can't even tell that you did anything wrong. Luckily for us, that's only happened once, and it was super minor, and I barely had to use any putty because the hole was just off by like a hair. Something else I wanted to show you guys, if you like to stay really organized, I do have a lot more dishes than this, but They're in the dishwasher right now. But I got these plate organizers at Ikea as well. They fit perfectly in the drawers. And what's cool about these is you can adjust the size down here at the bottom. You just unscrew this, and then these two metal pieces pull apart, so you could fit just about anything you want in these. And you can use them for like your pots, plates, bowls, anything. We use them mostly for our dinner plates, salad plates, and our bowls. So those worked out really nicely. The only thing that I would change about this drawer is I think I need to put a rubber mat in there, because these do tend to slide around a little bit, and there wasn't an option or something on the bottom to where you could screw them in. So I was kind of disappointed in that, but I guess I don't really want to screw through the bottom of my cabinets anyway, so I think I will end up putting a rubber mat in here eventually. But I just thought that was a really neat way to organize your plates. And because we don't have upper cabinets, I didn't want any upper cabinets, because I'm really weird about things that are above my head. Like, I feel like stuff's coming down on me if there's too many cabinets up top. So I went for all windows in the kitchen instead of cabinets up top, and I did all drawers on the bottom. The only cabinets that we have on the bottom of our counters is the one that's in front of the sink, and that's it. Everything else are drawers. So if you guys want to see a full kitchen tour one day, let me know in the comments below, and I'll work on doing a tour. We are in the process of finishing up our island, and we're going to be pouring concrete in the island again, just like we did on our countertops up here. We did the white concrete, so if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe, and you'll see that somewhere down the road in our timeline. Our next project is going to be the pantry, and I'm going totally custom in the pantry also, because I need a lot of storage. So that's kind of the beauty about this whole barn conversion, is that we finally get to do what we want to do and what works for us. So I'm really excited about starting on the pantry. And we're also putting together an apothecary, a built-in apothecary that I'm going to be building, and I'm going to do a full video on it. I've been sketching it up the last few days. I'll insert a sketch of it here so you guys can see what it's going to look like, or at least a rough draft of what it's going to look like. But I'm really excited to get that project done. So that will be in a future video here pretty soon. So this is my little notebook. This is where I sketch out furniture pieces and designs that I want to incorporate into our barn conversion. And this is the apothecary that I'm planning on building this weekend. It's got 35 smaller drawers that I'm going to store seeds in and all kinds of goodies. And then these drawers down here, I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep this design, but I think what's going to happen is this bottom one is going to have a hinge on the bottom, and it's going to pull out, and it's going to be kind of like a cubby for storing like cookbooks and magazines and things. These two, I think I'm actually going to split up into 4 drawers. So we'll cut them down the middle, and there will be 4 drawers. And then this one, I think it's going to open up on a hinge also, and it's just going to be shelving for like mugs. But I haven't decided fully yet. And right now I'm trying to do this project for under $200. And so far I've got everything priced out to be right about $200, but I think I could do it for about a third less. So we'll see what happens. I'll make sure to upload that video as soon as I'm done with it, but I'm really excited. The frame of the whole piece is going to be black, stained black, and then the middle pieces, the front faces of the cabinets, are going to be stained with the Americana stain that I used on these shelves. I just really love the color of this. This is called Americana, and I think it's Minwax. I'm not sure. So that's the plan for the apothecary. And then if you look over further down, let's see, this is the island. We've already built the island, and we've finished up the sides, and then now we're just working on the bar part, and that'll be coming up in a video as well here pretty soon. And I did do a glass cooktop on the island, and I already bought it a long time ago from Lowe's, and I'm so upset because now I kind of wish I would have done gas, because I use cast iron pots a lot. So I'm probably going to have to change to stainless steel pans just for that cooktop, but I'm probably going to have Garrett put in a single burner gas range for my cast iron pans, because I really do love using them. But yeah, so these are just some garden plans, and then this is just a sketch of the front of the house and stuff that we've done. But yeah, so that's the plan. Another little organizational thing that I found at Ikea were all these different sorts of trays, and I have a ton of different ones that I got from there, and they were all under $3, which was really nice. This is a drawer that I'm working on right now in the island, so I haven't put too much stuff in here just yet, because we are still going to pour the concrete top and put in the cooktop, so I don't want to put too much weight in here, but I do like these little trays, and I like the little spice holder tray, little rack or trays here. I don't like to have anything on my countertops at all. In fact, it's kind of something that people joke around about when they come to our home, because they always ask us, like even at our last house that was all done up, they always ask me, where's all your stuff? And it's because I just don't like anything on the countertops. I don't know why, not a single thing. They're always bare looking. It's so weird. But that's just one thing I wanted to show you guys, because I think this is totally worth $2 to organize stuff. And I have some heavier duty ones that I'll show in a bit that are even nicer for organizing other types of things. So here's another little tray that's a little bit smaller, and it's just for like your utensils. But I just love their whole system because they have so many different sizes and shapes with different compartments, and you can really configure your drawers in ways that work for you depending on what type of things you have. And I tend to have a lot of different utensils and knives and like Asian carving tools and things, so I really, really like using these. Here's another little sort of storage system that I got at Ikea. This one I think I spent a little bit more on because I think the tubs were about $8 and the rails were not too bad. It wasn't too bad. I think it was under $20. But these are like planters, and they're solid bottoms, so I just put some water in there and I keep my herbs in there, and they last for months in there. And like your mints and your basil will root in there. These have already been in here for about a month, and they're still fresh and good, and I use them in cooking all the time. And then I've just loaded up my bulk seeds on this side for now. Anyway, I'm not doing a full kitchen tour in this video because we have a lot of stuff out right now, but if you guys really do want to see one, I'll do one here soon, and you can kind of see the before and after when we finish the island, I think. But right now I think that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I gave you some good ideas for getting organized in your drawers. I definitely need to work on it a little bit more, but I really like doing it. I think it's a lot of fun. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.